Hey, Squiggles here, and I'm going to be casting a game on Shakuras Plateau between EGIdrA and Complexity's Minigun. That's right, a ZvP on Shakuras. I realized that I cast a game on this map yesterday, but you know what? It's not my fault if all the good games are being played on this map recently. Just saying, just saying. Alright, these guys are spawning in cross positions, so IGIdra's going to have all the wiggle room in the world that he could possibly want to macro his little heart out. And I expect to see nothing less because that is how he likes to play the game. Minigun. Oh, Minigun, what are you going to do? How are you going to punish IGIdrA for being so macro-oriented? And it looks like what he is going to do is he is going to put his pylon right here. So he is able to actually put buildings around this ramp if he needs to, as well as put buildings all along the front. So he's going to play pretty macro as well. I would expect him to be taking a Nexus in the not-too-distant future. Just need to swallow some of that saliva out of my mouth so I can talk, enunciate, and so on and so forth. Now, it looks like IGIdrA is going to be scouting like every single Zerg ever, which means he's going to scout this way. He's going to see nothing here, and he's going to be like, I see. Second Overlord is going to be scouting down this way, going to find nothing at all. Meanwhile, Minigun is about to find IGIdrA. He is going to see this Overlord and be like, ha-ha! I know where you are already because there's no way that Overlord could have got that far this early in the game. And then he sees the creep, and then he sees the hatchery, and then he sees the drones, and then he sees the spawning pool. And he is just so happy because he knows exactly what's going on. Looks like IGIdrA is going to be going spawning pool. No kind of gas yet, so really wants to get up this second hatchery quickly, but doesn't want to have to worry about this probe. And this probe, see Minigun just checking, making sure that IGIdrA, in fact, did not have it yet. Here comes two drones now. He really wants to expand, and is Minigun going to let him? Here goes the ring around the rosy. It's actually ring around the nothing. But Minigun is just going to be trying to delay as long as possible. And there's the pylon going down. So it looks like IGIdrA will not be expanding anytime soon. His spawning pool is almost done. So as soon as that spawning pool finishes and he builds some Zerglings and they run down the ramp to get here, then he'll be able to expand. But for now, it looks like Minigun, is he going to let this finish? Yes, he's going to let this finish. So this drone is absolutely not going to be able to expand. And now look at this. Minigun is actually moving up here to the third because he knows IGIdrA will probably want to expand here instead. And now he's playing a ring around the nothing instead. Oh, there's the cancel on that. Nice job by Minigun. As he just continues to loop-de-loop around, you can see that now, oh, does it again. He has his own Nexus on the way, so he's just getting farther and farther ahead as far as expansion timing goes. So nicely done by Minigun. You can see he has a cannon on the way, also getting that gateway. And finally, IGIdrA is able to expand. Finally. And meanwhile, this probe, who did so much harass and so it was just so annoying, looks like he will be able to. Is this? That's not a drone. That's a Zergling. Is this Zergling going to get him? It looks like he. Well, there's no speed started yet, so it doesn't look like he will at all. Okay, I am back. Thank you for bearing with me. Husky locked himself out of the house, and I had to go rescue him. Of course, it had to be during a cast, but it doesn't matter. I am back, and we are going to see. It looks like, and I actually really like this by IGIdrA. Now, he had some harass early with that probe, and these two lings are not going to be able to do anything, especially with that cyber core going down nicely down there. But IGIdrA going ahead and double expanding because he sees that Minigun is expanding, which means that Minigun is not going to be putting on any pressure in the foreseeable future. I mean, we can see Minigun just now getting his cyber core up, does not have any kind of tech at all. I mean, if we go to the units tab, he only has probes, right? He has no zealots, no anything. So IGIdra's like, well, he can't do anything. He's not going to be attacking me anytime soon, so I'm just going to expand again. So IGIdrA taking 3 bases. He put down that third hatchery at like the 4-minute and 30-second mark or something. Just redonkulous like that. So going to be super, super macro. Like I said, that is IGIdra's style. That is how he likes to play. And if he can get away with getting that third hatch at the 4-minute mark, then he'll be totally fine doing that. And look at this, throwing down a macro hatch as well. So IGIdra's going to be on 4 hatches. That fourth hatch going down just under the 6-minute mark. So, yeah, all minerals being spent on hatcheries so far and drones. Notice that IGIdra does not actually have a gas geyser as of yet. So this is like a super abusive cloud fisher, ice fisher style. They're cloud fisher, Destiny cloud fist and ice fisher. Mix those two together and you get cloud fisher. But I was actually trying to say ice fisher. The build where you just get no gas for a really long time. You get like 40 drones and then you throw down 4 gas geysers all at the same time. Well, IGIdrA is taking this to new levels of abusiveness by, it looks like he's finally getting only 2 gas geysers, might be getting more gas geysers in a little bit, but 4 hatcheries out for EGIdrA. So pretty crazy there. He's going to have more larvae than he knows what to do with. Well, more larvae than I know what to do with. I'm sure he knows exactly what he's going to do with them. Looks like Minigun taking his 3rd and 4th gases right now. And Minigun content to just sit on 2 bases for the time being, adding on a couple more gateways, adding on a robo bay. And if we go to the units tab again, we can see 39 drones versus 36 probes. So actually, Minigun doing a great job keeping up in probes, and really doesn't have any units except just the stalker, just the 1 stalker and a sentry that just popped out. And looks like warp gate is not even done yet, +1 being chrono boost out. So he's going to be trying to go for the upgrade advantage, it looks like. And oh, this stalker with a huge limbo line of Zerglings. But they are slow Zerglings, and they are not going to have speed for a very long time. You can see it just now starting. And it looks like they're going to go ahead and pull back. No real losses taken by either player. And look at this, EGIdrA already with a huge supply lead just because he's able to get those larvae, man. That's what I was talking about. 4 hatches up now. Crazy, crazy, crazy. How many queens does he have? Let's go ahead and check out the unit supply. Looks like 3 queens going down. Even getting that spore crawler just in case, because you never know. I mean, at the very least, it'll chase off an observer. At the very most, it'll stop you from losing to DTs and stuff like that. So not really a bad move at all. Looks like Minigun getting a whole bunch of gateways now is going to be up to, let's see, that's 4, that's 5, 6 gates and a robo. And look at this. Ooh, getting out a warp prism. I kind of like that. Looks like EGIdrA going to poke in here with these overlords, seeing exactly what Minigun is going to see. And let's go to EGIdRA's cam. And did he actually see anything? He did not see anything over here. Oh, man. So that's actually quite a big deal. He did see all this, but sacrificing 2 overlords and able to see what Minigun is doing. Look at their supplies, about the same again. Minigun just switching into super macro mode as well. Looks like he has a lot of sentries and a few stalkers, and going to be pushing out now with this pretty terrifying force. I mean, if you get good force fields, it's pretty scary. Keep in mind, he also has this observer out, so he's able to see what's going on in the middle of the map. And as these units come out and clear the middle of the map, he's going to clear these Zelnaga watchtowers, so EGIdrA will not see that there's a warp prism coming. Pylon going down as well. So Minigun is going to be able to warp in units pretty much wherever he wants on the entire map, which is going to be here or at his base or anywhere that this guy decides to go. And we're just going to follow this guy for just a second and see where he decides to move. Looks like Minigun has taken a pretty forward position, throwing down another proxy pylon down here so he can just rally in reinforcements and not have to run all the way from his base, but rally from here. And as soon as this finishes from here, but it looks like he is going to be warping in a lot of zealots. EGIdRA is reacting, pulling back his roaches, and it looks like he will be able to hold here. Meanwhile, Minigun going to be moving in here, getting 1 roach for free because of the rally point. And now here comes EGIdRA trying to react. Nice force fields blocking off that ramp. And the queen goes down, putting pressure on the hatchery now, and EGIdRA is not going to be happy about this. Looks like he is going to lose a lot of drones. Drones being pulled and lings being rallied as well in. Nice force fields to make the surface area not as good, continuing to force field that ramp. So EGIdRA just can't get in. Look how hard these guys want to get in there. And there is the EGIdRA rage, the EGIdRA PM. So frustrating that he just has all these units and cannot do anything with them. Look at this, even the warp prism coming over here to reinforce more sentries, more stalkers being morphed. There goes the hatchery. It is now down, and it looks like that attack was very, very beneficial for Minigun. Now he's going to poke out here, kill a few more roaches, and where is the rest of EGIdRA's force? Looks like he was moving across the map. Now he's going to move back, and it looks like Minigun going to be running back again. Force fielding the ramp again, trapping just a few of EGIdRA's units. And oh man, the spore crawler is actually in range of this warp prism. That's no bueno, and warp prism goes down. But still, nice force fields going down by Minigun. And EGIdRA can really only ever engage with like 3, 4, maybe 5 roaches at a time. Has this nice army on the other side of the force fields that he can never use. And look at this, Minigun, realizing he cannot force field the ramp anymore, is going to move up into this area so that he can attack a little bit more, letting 3 roaches up and then closing that gate again. So EGIdRA is just losing roaches slowly, little by little, and Minigun not really losing much at all. We can take a look at the workers killed. We can see that Minigun has killed 17 and only lost 15 units total versus the 98 of EGIdRA. Keep in mind a lot of those are Zerglings, of course. But regardless, that's got to be super frustrating for EGIdRA. And note that Minigun has taken a supply lead now. Go over to the units. We can see it is 70 probes versus 53 drones, and what's really funny is Minigun is got to be like super, yeah, he's like super oversaturated at all of his bases, but he's still making probes, man, because he knows he wants to expand. See, here's an expansion going down here. Nice job taking this. He has a warp prism, so he just dropped off a probe. So he's going to have these destructible rocks to kind of buffer EGIdRA's attack. Keep in mind, he still has a good idea of where EGIdRA's army is, or at least part of it, due to this this observer, which has just been paying huge dividends. EGIdRA is doing a good job of keeping these Zelnaga watchtowers and spreading creep. He's going to be re-expanding, it looks like, to his third base. He's already taken this base down here. So EGIdRA is going to be on 5 bases in just a second, and now he's going to be pushing over here, trying to kill off these destructible rocks. He realizes now, because of all the units Minigun has, that he probably does have an expansion there. You can see a couple of cannons going there for Minigun as well. And this is really cute because Minigun's forces were trapped up here, so he uses this warp prism and elevators them down to this lower place where they can just defend the expansion and not get trapped by EGIdRA's units. So nice little maneuvering by both players. Looks like EGIdRA does have an overlord up here now, just in case. Actually, nice vision all along this area. Just in case any kind of warp prism harass comes, he will be able to see it well before it gets there. Now it looks like EGIdRA moving out with some speedlings. Going to be maybe poking at the front of Minigun's base. Looks like Minigun has +2 weapons done, +1 armor, just about to finish. And these lings are going to back off, as there is a lot of cannons right here. And I think this is actually not a tight wall, so you can get out right here. That's why he had that pylon. And yeah, I don't know. I need him to move some units so I can tell. There we go. Yep. Okay, cool. So it looks like supply-wise they are pretty much even. Let's go back to the production tab, shall we? And we can see what is EGIdRA doing. Ooh, looks like he does have infestors out now. They do have enough for fungal growth. And he is getting that neural parasite as well. And, oh, there's the fungal on the observer. Actually using 2 fungals to kill off that observer. But information is key. So by killing that off, he denies that information. Another observer being made right away. And the overseer is there, so he'll be able to spot that observer whenever he decides to come out. Now, EGIdRA is doing a good job of just controlling this middle part of the map. And warp prism running around. Did he do any kind of harass? I'm not sure. I can check the units lost tab, and I can see, no, it didn't really kill any more workers. So I would say he probably did not drop in a mineral line. Just checking, just checking. It looks like lots of tech coming out from both players now. It looks like a Spire coming down, as well as Hive for EGIdRA, and it looks like we're going to have some High Templar coming out for Minigun. So Minigun is starting to get this really scary force where once he gets High Templar added in this mix as well, it's going to be really hard for EGIdRA to stop him. He's going to have to rely a lot on the neural parasites, the fungal growths, and just getting good surrounds with his units. He can also reinforce, just stockpiling larvae, all kinds of things that the Zerg player can do. But Minigun's units are just a little bit more durable, and with force fields, it makes them pretty scary. So, and actually, these High Templar do not have enough for Storm yet. Actually, Storm just now being researched, but they do have enough for feedback. And feedback against the infestors is actually really good, because with this infestor energy, I mean, you can see how much hit points they have to their energy, so they just one-shots them whenever they get. You can see boom, boom, a couple of them going off and losing a few in the process, and it looks like this is the time for EGIdRA to engage. Fungal's going off, nice force fields, and it looks like, I'm actually not sure how's it doing. There goes one infestor doing the little neural parasite. This immortal going to be doing damage to his own units. No, he gets sniped off because blink is done for these stalkers, and it looks like he is going to blink forward and kill off some stuff. Stalker's really good against both the infestors and the roaches, and look at that, trapping it. Another roach goes down. So nice engagement for Minigun. Does have a couple of observers out now as well, so he'll be able to see the different troop movements that EGIdRA tries to do. And Minigun retains control of the center of the map. Now EGIdRA looks like he's going to be sending some lings out here trying to counterattack into this base. Little does he know there are 5 cannons here with a lot of pylons, and he is going to definitely back up because there's really nowhere for him to go there. Nice job by Minigun, just putting down some resources in defensive structures there so he can just not worry about this base. At least attack pathing that direction, which is really the only attack path he has to worry about. Alright, looks like there is Storm is done. These High Templars do not have enough yet, but they're just waiting to get enough. More gateways going down, more zealots on the way. Is Charge? No, Charge is not even started, but what kind of upgrades? We have 2-2 with +3, over halfway done for Minigun. Now, meanwhile, for EGIdRA, it looks like we have +1 carapace and +2 melee attack. No ranged attack at all, which is kind of weird because he's been using a lot of roaches. But I guess with these lings as well, he wants to just go ahead and make sure the lings are doing the damage and the roaches are tanking it. Okay, here comes another engagement. Fungal's going down. Storms going down all over the place. And unfortunately, no storms where all the Zerglings are. Here come Neural Parrot. Oh, my, wow, so many Neurals. Oh man, almost all the Immortals are killed, and look at this. Now these Stalkers are going to blink in here, try to focus down the Infestors that are neuroparasiting, and oh, we have infested Terran eggs coming down. Here comes an Archon doing mass damage, mass splash damage. Down he goes. And somehow, Minigun is going to go ahead and clean that up as well, moving in here, and EGIdrA is just raffling because he's probably pissed. Another nice fungal going down, but I mean, these Immortals are just so durable. These Blink Stalkers so mobile with that blink, and with these Zealots to absorb damage. You can see this Zealot just taking so many hits. I mean, Minigun is looking like he is in great shape right now, and EGIdRA supply is actually plummeting. Wow. And EGIdRA, oh no, I think he's about to GG because you can see all of the BM. You did that so badly, and you played so wrong, thanks, and it just doesn't matter. And then EGIdRA leaves the game. So, yes, indeed, typical EGIdRA fashion, raging, and then leaving the game. And that is when you know you are a good player, when EGIdRA says you're bad and then leaves. That means that EGIdRA actually respects you. Oh, EGIdRA. Well, anyway, that was a great game played by Minigun. Look at these Immortals: 21 kills, 25 kills, 15 kills, 19 kills. Oh, it's crazy. Oh, wow. So, yeah, great game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry for the little hiccup in the middle. I blame Husky and him locking himself out of the house. Leave comments down below as always, and I will see you guys tomorrow.